Hey guys, and welcome to my second loot video for God Wars 2. These are the twin Furies, and most people agree this is definitely the easiest of the four, especially if you have a scythe. It's incredibly fast, and it's so easy. The mechanics are just not difficult whatsoever. But before I go into the drops and what I got, I will do a quick rundown of how to do this boss if you're kind of new to it. So they have three special attacks. The first one is when the blue Fury jumps on the walls and starts charging at you. And the best way to dodge this is just walk in the direction of where it just charged at. So let's say it just charged to the north. Just walk to the north for the next one and you'll dodge it. It's very, very easy. Just walk perpendicular to where it's charging and you'll dodge it every single time. And the second special attack is ridiculously easy. The red one will just jump up in the air, and if you're not under her, you'll just be hit by a bunch of ranged attacks. So all you do is just walk directly under her, and the blue one will follow and just DPS on the blue one while you wait until the special attack is over. It's incredibly easy to dodge. And then for the third special attack, what I do is a couple seconds after the raining ability ends, I zerk up, build up my adrenaline, and then they both will jump in the middle and do a fusion ha. It's kind of like a reference to Dragon Ball Z. And then they start charging up, and once their charging bar is complete, then they release an explosion. And the explosion only hits like a 4k if you're unzerked and 6k when you are zerked, so it's really not that bad. There really isn't much kill potential here. And what you do is you walk in between them and start doing your area of attack abilities such as Quake, Hurricane, and Cleave. And then I finish off with an Assault on one of them. And you can easily hit over 100k on this phase and easily get them down. And the cool thing is when they're in this phase, they take double damage and combo that with Zerk and you'll hit consistent 10ks. It's ridiculous. And it's really fun to see how much damage you're doing. So that's essentially the fight. I'm not going to go really in-depth with it because they are incredibly easy if you have a Scythe or a Dragon Rider Lance. And this is a loot video, not a guide. So let's go into the loot and what they drop and what I got. So for me personally, I didn't get any incredible items here except the Zamorakian Essence, which turns out to be a couple 100k. It's not fantastic, but it's always nice to get something like that. And I got that on kill 70. But that was it. That was everything I got. Everything else was the common drops. But the common drops are pretty nice. They're just noted, like coal, rune items, herbs. It really does add up. And as for the other rare items that they can drop, I didn't get them, but they can drop the Blade of Nymora and the Blade of Avarice. And those are the one-handed melee weapons that are tier 90 accuracy and tier 80 damage, so they're in between Drygors and Chaotix. So they are pretty decent, but there are a ton of them coming into the game because of how many people do this boss, so they're not super expensive. And then they also drop the Crest of Zamorak, which is used to make the Zamorak God Armor. And they also drop the dormant equipment that is used for the God Armor as well. And then for the final rare drop, they drop the pets. And because this boss has two enemies, it actually has two pets. You can get one pet for Avarice and one pet for Nymora. And they both have a drop rate of 1 in 2,000 in normal mode and 1 in 1,000 for challenge mode. And the threshold is 400 kills. And just keep in mind the drop rate for the pets are not affected by the reputation. So yeah, that's essentially the boss. I wasn't super lucky, like I said, but I'm going to say this right now. I really enjoyed this boss. I love the mechanics. They're not super difficult, but they're just enough to where I can't AFK, and it keeps them interesting. So that's that. Let's go into the loot and see how much I made. Alright, here we are with the loot for the Twin Furies. And looking at all of these items, if you saw my Vindicta video, a lot of the items are pretty similar. And the only real differences that I've noticed are the Infernal Ashes, the Wine of Zammies, and like the Rune 2H's. And then I got 150 something seals, and if you don't know what these do, you can give them to the other gods and you get reputation for the other god. So if I give all of these to Saren, I'll get 760 reputation for them. And each of the gods max out at 5,000, and it basically like increases your chances of drops and other things that'll help you out. So it is nice to get a lot of these so you can max out everybody. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the loot. I'm not going to price check because of how low some of these items are compared to the market price. For example, the coal is a lot cheaper than it is on the GE. And I'm pretty sure the Wine of Zammies are going down. The Infernal Ashes are crashing. There's a lot of items in here that are crashing because of how many are coming into the game from God Wars 2. So it is kind of dumb to price check. it'll be so much different from what I'll get. So I'll be back when it's all completed, and let's see how much I made. Okay, after selling everything, I ended up with 13.1 mil. And if I didn't already mention, this video took 4 hours to kill the 100 Twin Furies. I was getting like around 25 kills an hour, give or take. So I think 4 hours is a good estimate. I think it might have been quicker than that just because of how fast they are. But either way, 4 hours, let's say, and I got 13.1 mil. So it's a little bit more than 3 mil an hour, like a little bit more than 3.25 mil per hour. I mean, that's not too bad considering I didn't get any of the really good rare drops. But I mean, the rare drops from the Twin Furies aren't as much as the other bosses because of how many people kill Twin Furies, seeing as they're definitely the easiest if you have the scythe. I will definitely go back here. I got a camp for the pets anyway, so it's nice to see that I will be making like 3 mil an hour here on the way. But yeah, that pretty much concludes my 100 loot video for Twin Furies. My next ones are going to be the 100 Grego boss and 100 of the Saren boss, so I'm really excited for that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But either way, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.